Hello learners, now we will continue the topic related to the voucher entry that we were going to do. In the last session we have seen the transactions related to the capital introduced, then cash introduced, and then that is open a bank account. Likewise the payment related, receipt related purchases, whether it is a credit purchase or a cash purchase, sales purchase, sales in case of a credit sales or a cash sales. We have seen that. Now we have to see the journal voucher. Which type of transaction will be there and will be entered in a journal voucher. So you can see the transaction over here, that you have to provide a depreciation on a furniture and a building. Okay, so you know that you have introduced, that Rubix Limited has already introduced the furniture and a building, right? On that furniture and a building we have to provide a depreciation. That is the rule, right? So we have to provide the depreciation. So what will be the entry? You can see the entry over here, that is a depreciation account debited to furniture account, right? So depreciation account debited to furniture account. In this transaction there is a no cash, there is a no bank, and yes, of course, this is what the function of this journal voucher, that this journal voucher is not going to accept any of the cash or any of the bank. Okay, so we have to create the ledgers for that purpose, the depreciation account and the furniture. So right now in this particular session, we will create a ledgers first and then we will go to the vouchers. We are taking it randomly simultaneously, as in the first session we have seen. Firstly we have created a ledger and then we went for a voucher entry. In the previous lecture we have seen that we have gone for a voucher entry first and then we have created the ledgers. Right now we will do the simultaneously. Okay, so we will create a depreciation account and a furniture account first and then we will go for a entry. Okay, so let's go to the tally. Again we can see over here we are in this particular voucher. I will come to this point. Rubix Limited is open. Okay, Rubix Limited is already open. Then in a gateway of tally I have to choose a transaction under the transaction voucher, but I want to create a ledgers first. So to create a ledgers I will have to go for under the masters there is a create option. Okay, and we know that ledgers are not there except the cash and a profit and loss account. So I have to prepare a depreciation account and a furniture account. So I will go to the create option and I will create a ledger. I will choose a ledger from that that is scroll down list, and I will prepare a depreciation account. Okay, I will create a depreciation account, and depreciation account is going to be your, of course you know that it is your expenses. And which expense, whether it is a direct or indirect, it is your indirect expenses. It is a part of your profit and loss account. So indirect expenses I will choose from that list. Of course these details I'm not going to give over here. And depreciation is of course related to the goods. And likewise, is there any opening balances related to depreciation? If you're having, you can give, but of course it is expenses, that's why it is going to be capitalized, we know that. So accept this. After the depreciation, which one? Furniture account. Yeah, furniture account we have already created, right? For the sake of a capital introduced, when the capital was introduced, that is in the cash, furniture and a building. So furniture and building was already there. We just have to create the depreciation, and that we have created. Okay, so we will go for a journal entry now. And for the journal entry I have to come back and I have to choose the vouchers. For these vouchers we know that what is the entry? Depreciation account debited to furniture account and the building account, right? So building account and furniture account is going to be credited while depreciation account is debited. So no cash or bank is involved over here. So which voucher we are going to use? That is a journal voucher we are going to use. You can see over here the journal voucher I am choosing from this particular list. Otherwise by pressing the F7 key you can choose. So F7 journal voucher you have choose. You can see journal voucher number 2. You are entering second. This is the second voucher you are required for a journal. Okay. So in this journal, once again the date you have to choose, and date I am keeping it in the March because we just provide the depreciation in the month of March. So first, 2nd of March 2020. Uh, yeah, 2nd of March cannot be, okay, not the 20, sorry. It should not be 20, it is the 2nd of March 2020, 21. So likewise, you can see if you entered a wrong date, Tally will show you how you are going to, you just have to correct yourself, right? So 2nd of March 2021, you can enter over here. This is why, this is how you can rectify the errors on that time also. So there is a very minimum chances to get a wrong results from this thing, but most of the time tally helps you to not to go for any of the wrong. Okay, so right now which journal entry, which account is going to be debited? Of course the depreciation account is going to be debited. So I have to choose from the list of ledgers. Yes, I have created the depreciation account, so it is included in this list. So I will choose this depreciation account, and yes, what was the amount? We know we have to go to the PPT first of all, and we have to see which account we have to create. Okay, that is, we will go to the PPT. Yes. Furniture is having rupees 40,000. Okay, furniture is having rupees 40,000. Go to this one. Yeah, 40,000, enter over here, furniture. To furniture account, okay, to furniture account, you can show likewise. Otherwise, you can show the combined entry also, but it is a good practice that we are going to keep it as separate. As here, this is your very first time you are doing, you are working on a tally. So, being depreciation is provided on on furniture at which rate, whatever the rate is there, you can give the rate. Okay, at 10% I'm saying, and just want to accept. Yes, I want to accept this. Once again, now I have to provide a depreciation on building also. So for a building, once again, the journal voucher number 3 now, because previous was a journal voucher number 2. Which account is going to be debited? Of course, depreciation is debited. Depreciation account is debited. Already 40,000 balance, debit balance is there. Now I am putting the building account depreciation, that is 7,50,000 was there. So I am putting it on, but it is on a building. By default, it is a furniture because we have selected furniture in the previous example. So now I am choosing the building account. Likewise, 7,50,000. Okay. So you can see the balance of building account. Previously, it was something like 54,000, and when you provide a depreciation at 15%, whatever given to you in that transaction, automatically your WDV is there. Okay. So likewise, Tally helps you a lot in giving the total balances over here. So being depreciation provided on building at 15%. Just for the sake of example, I have taken this one. Okay, just accept this. Likewise, we have done with this one also. Now we will see that which is the next journal entry, which is the next entry is. Yes. The next entry is related to the credit note. Yeah, now credit note, you know that we have seen in the previous lectures that credit note is related to the return. Credit note and debit note is related to the return. But credit note means is related to the sales return, because we give the effect credited to the sales return. So credit note is a sales return. So what is the transaction we will see? And because of this credit note, we have to use the voucher of a credit note only. So you have received some defective goods from Mr. Amit. Okay. So remember, we have sold some goods to Mr. Amit, and Mr. Amit has given us some money on a cash basis, right? He has purchased the goods on a cash basis. So that's why we haven't created his ledger. See how it is a better practice to create that account. Okay. So what will be the entry over here? Sales return account debited to Mr. Amit account. Or if he has paid us some money, so you can create, you can give that effect also. So right now, what will be the first entry? It's a sales return account debited to Amit account. I will do that, and for that purpose, two ledgers I want over here: sales return account and a Amit account. Okay. So we will create this entry in a tally. So we will go to the tally now, and debit note first of all. Credit note first of all. I have to choose for a that is a sales return. Now you can see in this option there is not a credit note, and if it is not a credit note over here, I will go for other vouchers. You can see the option over here. Other vouchers means accept these vouchers. If you want anything else voucher over here, so I will choose these other vouchers, and from these other vouchers I will choose. See here, you can see the option that is a credit note and a debit note. And if you know the that is a shortcut keys. For a credit note there is a Alt plus F6. For a debit note there is a Alt plus F5. If you know that, you can directly press that is a shortcut key. Otherwise you can come to this one, that is other vouchers, and you can choose the credit note from here. So I'm right now I'm choosing from here credit note. You can see the credit note is over here, number 1, because it is a very first entry we are doing in a credit note. Once again, it is a single entry because no to or buy or debit or credit over here. So I will choose the mode. I will change the mode. I want it as a voucher. I will choose as a voucher. So credit. Which account is going to be credit? Now, what was my entry? Sales return account debited. You are giving exact opposite effect. Okay. So what was the previous entry when for a sales, that party's account debited to sales account, or cash account debited to sales account. Now it's a sales return means sales return account debited to party account. You have to give. Now the sales return account I want to give. That is a sales return account, but you can see in the list of a ledger there is not a sales return account. Now you know that how to create the ledgers over here. So I will go for Alt C. I will create a sales return account. Okay, I will create a sales return account. Under which group it will be? Of course, sales return will be there under a sales group only. Okay, under sales account only there will be a sales return account. Type of a ledger, I don't want anything right now, and it is supply of goods. Likewise, I'm creating. So sales return account we have to create over here for a credit note. Sorry, it is a credit account. Now we have to give a credit to Amit's account. Okay, so we are here in a credit note. Now we have to change a date first. I will change the date on a which date you want. For example, in a month of December, we will take 2nd of December 2020. I will take the date. And which account is going to be credited? Mr. Amit's account was credited. So you can see in this ledger, Mr. Amit's account is there, that we have created for the sake of a benefit. So for the sake of safe purpose, we have created Mr. Amit's account. So I will choose this Mr. Amit's account. They are asking for these things. Okay. Yeah. So Mr. Amit's account is there. And likewise, you have to give the party's details likewise. Okay, so party's details you can give over here. Likewise, India and all these things you have to choose from here. So how much amount means of defective goods if he has returned us, for what much he have returned us. So we will go to the PPT and you will see what much of amount is a 1,200. Okay, so 1,200 we have to take over here 1,200. So Mr. Amit's account is debited by 1,200. Now we are going to just debit it with the sales return. As we know that the sales return account is debited to Mr. Amit's account. Now you can see for a debit purpose there is not a sales return account in this list, right? So sales return account is not there in this list. So we will create it by pressing Alt plus C. Now you know that how to create this ledger. So sales return account you have to prepare, and under sales account, of course it will be under sales account. Sales return account will be there under the sales account only. So likewise we have to prepare, and this sales is related to the goods. Likewise I have to prepare this one. So likewise I have prepared over here sales return account. It is related to the sales account, which is and likewise you have to create this ledger. Okay, I'm just accepting this. So you can see the entry sales return account debited with rupees 1,200 to Mr. Amit's account on the 2nd of December 2020. You did this thing, right? And narration being sales return it is. Okay, being sales return. You can write it down anything if you want to over here. Okay, being sales return, I just entering this and accepting this. So this is what our first entry. Right now we will see the next entry, what is related to. Yes, the next entry is related to the debit note. Okay, you can see in this case the returned defective goods to innovators. Okay, so innovators was our creditors. We have purchased some goods from innovators, right? So we are going to return some defective goods to innovators of rupees 7,000. So right now we have to choose the ledger that is a debit note. Okay, so debit note, for that purpose how much of 7,000 we have to 7,000 rupees goods we have returned, and innovators account we have to create, and purchase return ledger we have to create. Now you know that for the safe purpose we have already created the innovators account. We just have to prepare the purchase return account right now. Okay, so we will go for a purchase return account creation, and the innovators account is already created. Okay, so let's move there. Here debit note, first of all I have to choose, and once again you can see there is no any of the vouchers, so I will go to the other vouchers. I will choose the debit note, and from the debit note once again there is a no debit credit, so I will change the mode as a voucher. I will select, I will go for a date, and I will change the date. I am keeping it as in the month of January now, so 2nd of January 2021 I will choose. and which account is debited. Now it is a purchase return, right? When it is a purchase return, so at the time of purchasing, what was the entry? Purchase account debited to party or a cash account. Now it is going to be exactly opposite. So party's account is going to be debited to purchase return. So which party's account is going to be debited? We are returning these goods to innovator's account. So right now innovator's account is going to be debited. I have chosen from this one. If you want to give these details, you can give this. Okay. And here innovators account party details are there. No, here not a buyer account. Buyer, we are that is a Rubik's Limited. We are the Rubik's Limited. These are the buyers, right? So we have to create over here, that is a Rubik's Limited. Likewise, Rubik's Limited. Okay, this is the new party, means we are the buyer. Okay, party details, innovators account we have been debited. Of course, these details we are putting it, and amounting rupees 7,000 something we are returning the goods. To whom? That is a purchase return I want. This is a debit note, so party's account debited to purchase return account. So I'm preparing the purchase return account over here. Purchase return account. Okay, for this purchase return account, of course, the type of a group will be the purchase accounts. Likewise, the details you know now, what details you have to give over here, etc. So purchase innovators account debited to purchase return account amounting rupees 7,000. You have returned these goods to innovators, being goods returned. Okay, being goods returned. Likewise, etc. Okay, so this is what related to the entry which is related to the debit note. Now we will see the next entry that is related to the outstanding. Okay, now there is an entry related to the outstanding. Once again, you can see over here, that is a salary. There is an outstanding salary for the month of March, and March 21. That's outstanding salary. You haven't paid. This is Rubik's Limited haven't paid this particular amount of salary to their employees, right? So this is outstanding salary. So what will be the entry over here? Salary account debited to outstanding salary account. For that purpose, salary account should be there. Outstanding salary account should be there. So we will prepare these ledgers first. Okay. So we will prepare these ledgers. You can see over here the groups created. For a salary account, of course, it is my indirect expenses. For outstanding salary, it is my current liability. It is the outstanding salary. It is my liability to pay, right? It is my liability, and that's why it is a credited, because the liability has increases. That's why there is a credited. So what will be the entry? Salary account debited to outstanding salary account, and outstanding salary is a current liability. Salary is a indirect expense. So firstly, we will prepare a ledgers. Salary account under indirect or indirect expenses, outstanding salary under current liability, and the amount is rupees 65,000. Okay, and the date of the March, on a March salary you haven't paid, that's why it's the outstanding. Okay, so we will go to the tally and we will see how to do the entry. First of all, we will go for a ledgers. To create these ledgers, I will go to the gateway of tally, then masters, then create, and then ledger. I hope you must have remembered these steps now. So salary account I have to prepare under indirect expenses. Salary account is my expenses, that's why I have to go for this one, indirect expenses. This is not applicable, not applicable, not applicable. Okay, like this. Then outstanding salary, you have to create the outstanding salary account. Okay, outstanding salary account will be there. It is my current liability, as I have seen that. That is a current liabilities. TDS is deductible. What you, if you want to give these details, you can give this. Okay. Right now, I'm just accepting. So two ledgers have created. Now we will go for a voucher entry. You can do likewise also. Whatever the procedure you want to follow, you can do that. Now choose the particular journal. Which journal you are entering over here? What was your entry? Salary account debited to outstanding salary account, right? And that's why here no cash or bank account is debited. You can see over here in your PPT also, that is which is the entry over here, salary account debited to outstanding salary account. No cash or bank account is getting affected, right? And that's why it is a journal type of a voucher, is a journal. Okay, so we will go for a tally and we will see how to enter this. So journal voucher, I have to choose first a journal voucher, then I will go for a date. and the date will be the March 2nd of March, 2nd of March 2021. The date will be, which account is going to be debited? Of course, salary account. So I will choose from this list of a ledger salary account. I am choosing here. I will go for a salary account. Okay, salary account rupees 65,000 was the amount, and two outstanding salary account. So I will choose from the list of this one outstanding salary account 65,000. Likewise, being salary payable. Okay, outstanding means salary payable for the month of March. For the month of March 2020. For the month of March of 2020. Likewise, do you want to accept it? Yes, you want to accept it. Likewise, you can do the entry in a journal. Okay, so next thing we will see, which is the next entry over here. Yes, the next entry is related to the prepaid. Okay, the next entry is related to the prepaid, and that entry is nothing but the insurance premium, rupees 10,000 on 12th of March 2021 you have paid, and of which rupees 2,000 for the month of April 2021. It means that out of this 10,000 rupees, 2,000 is involved there, that is related to the next month's next financial year. Okay, that is related to the next financial year, and that's why there are the two transactions entries are there. That transaction you can see on a screen. That is first one is the insurance account debited to cash account, means whatever amount you have paid, total 10,000 entry we have to do. Insurance account debited to cash account rupees 10,000, and then prepaid insurance entry is there. So prepaid insurance account debited to insurance account, means out of that 10,000, 2,000 is related to the prepaid insurance. So likewise, you have to do the entry. Now you can see the first entry is involved a cash, right? Is the insurance account debited to cash account. That's why it is. It will be in a voucher type. That is a payment. Okay, it will be in a payment voucher, and the prepaid insurance to insurance. You can see the journal voucher you have to use. Okay, so let's see how to do the entry in a tally. We will create first ledgers or whatever. Now we will go for a voucher. Okay, so right now we want a payment voucher first, because we paid a amount of insurance, right? So first of all, I have choose the payment voucher number 3. In that I will put a date of 2nd of March 2021. Then which account is going to be debited? That is the insurance you have paid of rupees 10,000. So I am going to select the insurance, but you know that we haven't created any of the ledgers of insurance. So I will create it on a time with the help of Alt plus C option, and I will create over here insurance account. Now this insurance you have paid, right? You have paid this insurance, and that's why the group under this is nothing but the expenses. Which expenses it is? It is indirect expense. Okay, you can see over here, you can choose from here indirect expense like this. Okay, it is related to the services, etc. So likewise, insurance payment you have done of rupees 10,000, and 2 with the cash or bank, whatever it is. So being insurance premium paid, being insurance premium paid. Okay, what is this? This is what the entry we have done for the premium. Okay, now you can see in your the next entry, that is there is a prepaid, right? There is a prepaid, and prepaid insurance is what? We know that insurance is my expenses. We have given it a indirect expenses, right? But the prepaid insurance is what? It is my asset, right? It is my asset, because I have paid it earlier. The next year's insurance we have paid in this month only. So that's why it becomes my current assets. It will become my current assets. Okay. So we will move to the tally once again, and we will see how to do this entry. For that purpose, first of all, I have to choose a journal voucher. Okay, I will choose a journal. I will go for a date option. The once again 2nd of March 2021 option will be there. And which account is going to be debited now? Here prepaid insurance, because this is my current assets. Okay, and when it is my current asset, there will be a debit balance, or debit will be there. So prepaid insurance I am not having over here, so I will create it with the shortcut key, that is Alt plus C. Create over here prepaid insurance account. Likewise, I have prepared under current assets. Okay, I will show it under current assets from the list of these groups. Current assets, likewise, I will choose. Okay, likewise, we have prepared a prepaid insurance account. Now, what amount was related to this one? That is a 2000. Okay, 2000 was related to this one. And 2, insurance account, credit to insurance account, right? Insurance account we have debited with the 10,000. Now from that 10,000 we have to remove 2,000 and send it to the prepaid insurance account. So I am going to take this insurance account from this one, and 2,000 I have to credit over here. You can see the balance in the previous example. In the previous transaction we have debited insurance account with the rupees 10,000, but out of that 10,000, 2,000 is related to the next year. So automatically for this year balance insurance account is having a 8,000. Likewise, you can see these changes over here. So being prepaid insurance amount transfer. Okay. Likewise, you can write it down any of the narration over there. Okay. Till then, thank you very much.